kids don't get in trouble for talking back, having a bad attitude, or even being mad and yelling at me.
What?
I can explain. Hear me out.
So regulating our feelings with our kids, I think that's really like gentle parenting. It's really about controlling our reactions in the way that we're handling our kids. It's not controlling our kids. We're teaching our kids and controlling ourselves.
Kids are new at being people. They are still learning self-regulation and impulse control. I don't want to punish my kids for having feelings. I want to teach them how to cope with their feelings. And I always remember that if adults can have bad days, kids can too.
Always kind of interface with your own inner child and how you felt as a kid being told what to wear, what you needed to do or look like, and how that made you feel and how you want your child to feel. I say that, like, they are my kids, but they are their own people first.
I could have easily told her to get over it and just plug it in, or done it for her, or yelled back at her. But by helping her through those feelings and finding her reason, we were also able to find the root of the problem and solve it.
And I think it's so important that we recognize that our kids are trying to tell us who they are from the beginning. And we have a choice to make whether we want them to be an image that we've created for them, or if we want to get to know them.
I came out as non-binary a few years ago. I would have come out a lot sooner had I known there was a name for how I've always felt. But even before I came out, I still talked to my kids about gender identity in the LGBTQ community.
I never came out to my parents. I'm almost 30 and I still haven't had that conversation with them. They've heard through the grapevine, but we don't talk about it. For me, I want to normalize that so that if one of my kids is gay or trans or questioning their gender, that there's no question of whether they can talk to me about that.
We don't get to choose who people are, we just get to choose how we treat them.
Probably my most frequently asked question ever is, if you are non-binary, what do your kids call you? Or why are you comfortable with your kids calling you mom? Being called lady or woman or what, it doesn't feel like that fits me, right? But being called mom is like the warmest, like coziest thing, and it just feels right. Non-binary folks don't owe anyone androgyny or anything like that. And so, like, for me, yeah, I'm comfortable with mom, but that doesn't mean another non-binary person is.
The love I have for my kids is unconditional, so who they love or their gender identity is never going to change that.
If you watch my content, you'll notice that I never say, this is how you should do it. This is what parenting should look like. What I say is, this is what worked for me. And so when we have all of these moms together sharing our experiences, we can really learn from each other if we're open to that.